this week's assembly. We missed an assembly last week because we were just so busy we just didn't have a chance to get one made. But we loved seeing all your photos in the video that was made by the SSA. Thank you so much. It was great to see everyone in the photographs, everybody working hard and looking as if they were having a great time. We really did appreciate seeing that. Next Friday will be our virtual sports day, so we're hoping that we'll get some good weather back again, but we'll have options for indoors and outdoors activities just in case. And don't forget that on Monday and Tuesday it is the long weekend, so there will be no school work for that 2 days, and I can just hear all the parents cheering in the background. So, today's assembly we're going to set you a little task to do. This last period of time has been very odd and very strange for us all, and we really can't wait to get back to normal once again. But this is a time we're going to have to remember in the future. Never before have schools, places of work, shops, churches, cinemas and all sorts of other places we can think of, including Pittodrie, have been closed for so long. But it's been done with the reason of keeping us all safe and well. So we're going to set you a little challenge next week of creating your own quarantine time capsule. So, although this has been a strange time for us all, we really shouldn't forget that for many of us, you've had a chance to spend time with your family that you maybe wouldn't get to do normally. You've been together for quite a long time now, you've been working together, learning together, and you've been helping each other. We've been amazed at all the things that you've shared with us on Seesaw to let us see how you've been getting on. So, we really shouldn't forget all of these things because they're an important part of our lives. We all want to get back to normal as quickly as we can, but we want to be able to look back and remember the times for all the challenging things and all the good things that have come out of being in lockdown. So, can you put together your own quarantine time capsule to keep for the future? So, first you're going to need to get something suitable to store your time capsule in. Perhaps some of you from Mrs. Taylor's class could use your treasure chests that you've been building and making this week. Whatever you use, you'll need to be creative. So what are you going to use to put it in? You could use something like a jar, but I think you're really going to need something a bit bigger than that. You could use a box, preferably a box with a lid. Perhaps you could empty out your worry box and use that for something for a real positive reason. Or you could get a large envelope or even a colourful carrier bag. The choice is really up to you, but you can think about it as a family and decide what's going to be best. So, what are you going to put into your time capsule? Well, you could put in photos, you could put in a newspaper. I love to collect newspapers from the days where big events have taken place in history so that you can look back on them in the future. Perhaps you could put some cards or letters that you've got from your friends during lockdown, or perhaps one of your head teacher awards if you've been sent one, or some of your schoolwork, or even some of your models and pictures that you've made. I bet you can think of some great ideas of things to put in. You could even put in some strange things like a toilet roll, or perhaps get everybody in the house to paint their hands and make a picture with everybody's handprints on it and put the date on it, and that would be something great to put in as a memento for looking back on in years to come. So have a think about what you could put into your time capsule. One of the things we're going to do to help you is we're going to put a pack up on Seesaw that has got some ideas of things that you can use, and these have come from the Big Life journal that we use across the school. And one of the sheets is a really good one. It's called My Current Favourites, and you could list things like your favourite movie, your favourite song, the favourite thing you did during lockdown, your favourite joke that you heard during lockdown, or you could think of some of your favourite games, favourite books, or a favourite thing that happened. Lots of things that you could think of that if you look back in time, that you could say, I remember when we were in lockdown, we watched this film, or we did this, or we did that. Lots of games that people have played perhaps. There's lots of things you could come up with for ideas for this. Another thing we could do is think about the things that we are all grateful for. Because although we're missing lots of different things, there's still lots of things that we have that we can be grateful for. So, you could think of some things that we are grateful because we can do something together as a family, or because we are all together as a family, or we've had something that's happened that's made this a special time. Can you think of a lot of different things that we are grateful for at this strange time? On the screen, you can also see some of the other sheets that are available to help you with your time capsule. There's one about me and my world during quarantine, and that lets you fill in some information about yourself, and you can tell us about how you felt. Sometimes you maybe felt happy, sometimes you maybe felt a little bit sad. You can tell us about some of the things you've been doing a lot of the time, and maybe some of the things you wished you could do a bit more. You can maybe tell us about things that you miss because you're not at school, or the person that you miss most, and put a picture of them in. Or you could tell us about things you've learnt, or something new that you've tried, because I'm sure there's a lot of you have tried doing all sorts of new things. It's been interesting to see how many of you have been getting involved in cooking and trying all sorts of different things in the kitchen, so you could make a record of that. And we could also make a record of what you did on a typical day during lockdown. I would only do one day, because you might find that one day becomes very much like another one. And there's also an opportunity for you to think about interviewing your parents. Ask them what they think about what it's been like during lockdown. I'm sure a lot of them have enjoyed spending the time with you at home, helping you with your learning. But at the same time, I'm sure there's been times when it's been quite difficult for everybody, and we all wish we could get back into normality. Again, lastly, there's a sheet all about new activities, rituals and celebrations, and there'll be a chance there for you to think about some of the things that you've been doing. I know that some of you have been getting your photographs taken on your doorstep around the village. That's a great way of getting a memento of the period of lockdown. And you could also maybe put something down about the fact that we would go out on a Thursday night at 8 o'clock and clap for all the people in the NHS and all the people who have been keeping on working to try and keep people safe and well during this time. So you'll soon see that your time capsule could become quite big. So I think a jar's not going to be the best thing to use. But it would be great to see if you could create a time capsule, something that you can tuck away in a cupboard, and in a few years' time you could take it back out again and look at it and just remember all the things that happened during this last 10 or 11 weeks when we haven't been at school. So, we hope you've enjoyed our assembly today. Enjoy the 2 days off on Monday and Tuesday next week. We hope the weather will be fine, and we look forward to our virtual assembly, our virtual sports day next Friday. We'll put a video up on Friday morning which will give you an idea of some of the activities that you can take part in, and if you can come up with any other ideas yourselves, please feel free to do that to make it a whole day of fun, and hopefully you'll be able to get outside as much as you can during that time to take part. So keep working hard, enjoy your weekend, and we'll look forward to hearing from everybody again on Wednesday next week. Take care. And finally, having watched this back a few times, you might be interested to go back and watch it again and count how many times Mr. Jenkins uses the word so
through our assembly today.